Hello friends, welcome to e-learning port again. So we are discussing about some interview questions which is commonly asked in most of the companies. So today we are going to discuss about what is constructor in Java. So today our question is, what is constructor in Java? So we are going to talk about answer. Okay, so you must be knowing that in Java everything is class and we need to do any kind of operation, we need to perform operations with the help of class and objects. Okay, but you must be aware as per basic knowledge that in Java any object is created out of constructor. I mean, just because of constructor the object is getting created. If you are not aware of that, so we will talk about that as well. What is constructor? What is the role of constructor? Okay, so constructor, as the name suggests, as the name suggests, construct means something which helps in constructing an object in Java. Okay, so constructor is the one which creates actually Java object. So if suppose there is some class constructor demo. Okay, so this class can be instantiated using something like this: constructor demo cd equal to new constructor demo. Have you ever just try to have you ever tried to understand that what is this in method kind of things? Even though class name is this one only, but what is this method kind of things? So this is only just calling a constructor. So how the constructor should be? Something like this: constructor so even though if suppose you have not implemented this, even though if you have not implemented it, by default there will be one method like this with the same method name by default, which is not visible to you, but it's there internally. So this is only called constructor. So whenever we create object, we always call the constructor so that the object can be created. So in short term, I can say that constructor is something which helps in creating Java. It's my mistake. Which helps creating an object in Java. So constructor concept is there in almost all the object-oriented programming languages like C++ as well. But we will be talking about Java. So constructor is something which helps us in creating or constructing object for a class. So when we use new keyword, we always call constructor, where even though if you are not writing this, there will be a method, this kind of method, which helps in creating object. So what I can say in some normal terms, if suppose this is a memo, there is a class, but this class object is not going to be created until unless you call this in this way, new, and you call the constructor. As soon as you create you call a constructor, it creates an object. What is that object? So that object will be something like, if suppose the constructor demo is there, so there will be one object of constructor demo, this one. Okay, so when you call this method new and then class name, what it does, it creates a memory, means it creates an object and creates a memory, means a space for this object, and then it creates in the memory, which is also called heap memory. heap space. Okay, so it creates an object. So this is possible just because of constructor. When you call constructor, means even though this constructor is not there, there will be some invisible method, this kind of method which is called constructor. There will be invisible constructor which will create an object in the memory, and that will, after that, it will allocate object here, and that object will be referred by this reference. Okay, I hope you got this concept. Okay, so this is all about constructor. So this is the first use of constructor. Let's talk about another use of constructor. So I told you that this is helping us in creating object, as well as it also helps us in initializing the instance members. What are the instance members? If suppose here something like constructor demo, string constructor name, int something like count. Now you must be aware that whenever we create an object, for the instance members there will be some default value. How that default value is get instance means how that default value is always initialized and is always assigned to these things. So for example, when you will create this object, the default value for this one will be null, for default value for this int will be 0. In the same way, there are default values for boolean, float, double, all the data types. Okay, even though if any object that null. So this all is done by constructor itself. So this will be a method. So the responsibility of this constructor is to initialize these variables as well, this instance members as well. So first responsibility of constructor is to create an object, and instantiate one, means just create a memory space and create that memory space in the specified memory for objects. Then just assign that object to the reference. Even though reference is not there, object will get created. Second responsibility is to initialize this all values with the default, means all these variables with the default values. If constructor is not there, definitely this variables, means this instance members are never going to be created with default values. So these are the two responsibilities of any constructor. So now, as for the syntax, what is the syntax of constructor demo? I hope you understood the concept of constructor, why constructor is required. Even though if you don't define this method, suppose you have not defined this method, this default is by default available in the class. Okay, so now as per the, if you are defining the default constructor here as well, means I will explain you what is default constructor and what is other type of constructors here. So the syntax is that give the class name, give the method annotation, and then curly braces. This is the syntax of any constructor. If this class name is something like employee, if this class name is something like employee, class employee, then you need to provide here employee. I have provided access specifier public, which you can see in my previous videos. What is public access specifier? I have specified public so that this object can be created anywhere in our program. Okay, so this is the syntax. Even though if you don't provide, this is by default there with the class. When you provide that default, means whatever by default, whatever method has been specified as a constructor, that will be destroyed. Okay, now I hope you understood the concept of constructor. Now let's talk about type of constructors. and little bit below so that I can explain you guys. So types of constructors. So actually there are two types of constructor. One is called default. One is called parameterized. So whatever is I have defined here, don't pass any argument, any parameter, then this is called default. Even if you don't provide default constructor, it will be there, means invisible, which you are not able to see, but there is one constructor. So this is called default constructor. Okay. Another one is parameterized. So I told you the uses of constructor. The second use of constructor is to initialize this values with the default, means this variables with the default values. What if at the time of creating object you want some specific value for this instance members? Whatever instance members you have in your class. What if you want in that way? That means for name you want an object with a name something like constructor 1. With the value for count as 1, means there is one like object. What if you want in that way, if you want to provide the names, means the values for these instance members, in that case we always go with parameterized, where the constructor will be accepting some parameters like public constructor demo. So what you can say, there will be two parameters. Strings string int C, something like this. So when you provide parameters through constructor, that is called parameterized constructor. What you can do, you just create a constructor. After that, just assign this name equal to n and count equal to c. So while creating object, whatever you pass here, that will be called, this constructor will be called, and then whatever value you have passed, this instance members, this variables will be initialized with those values. So how to call this kind of constructor? This is very similar to calling a method. Okay, now constructor demo cd equal to new constructor demo. You can pass here something, name as constructor and count as 0. So this is the way of calling a constructor. Is very similar to method, calling a method, just pass the values for that. So what will happen? So when you will call like SOP cd dot name, then this name will be displayed. Why? Because you have initialized the object with some values which need to be, where instance member need to be initialized with that particular values. If you print here 0 not 1 of cd dot counter, you will get value as 1. So what will happen for this? It will create an object like object of constructor demo name equal to constructor count equal to 1. So this there will be object one created as this one. So this is called parameterized constructor. Why? Because if you want to initialize the values of the class, the instance members values of the class with some particular value whatever you are providing, in that case we go with the parameterized constructor. Okay, and this object got created. If you are doing something like this, means if you are calling the default constructor, I will use the shortcut. What will happen? There will be one object created in, there will be space created in memory where name will be null and count will be 0. I hope you guys understood what is parameterized demo, parameterized constructor, and what is normal constructor. So this is the use of constructor. Now I will touch some basic questions after explaining this. Some basic questions for the constructors. Now the answer for this question, what is constructor in Java, is covered. I'm just trying to cover some extra concept. If you are asked, if the interviewer asks in continuation to this question some other question related to this constructor, so I will be explaining that only now. So there are two instance members, okay, first, second, and I have created a constructor for both the variables. What if I want only name to be initialized with some definements, whatever I define, whatever I passed while calling the constructor, and I want this count, let it be whatever default value, let it be, later it will be set by the caller. Okay, so in that case what you can do, you can create one more constructor in the same way. You can create a constructor only for the count. If you want the count to be initialized with some value, but name let it be as default. So what will happen if you create object for this constructor demo, like like new constructor demo, and then you pass one string in. So if suppose you have passed, again the previous example I will take, if you have passed constructor itself, then constructor, the value will be there, and count is not yet initialized through this constructor, what will happen? The default value will be initialized for this. So count will be 0. In the same way you can create constructor for only for count. So it's not limited to number of instance variables you are trying to cover. You are trying to initialize with the constructors. Okay. So yeah, so this is the concept of parameterized constructor. So when you can provide, you can see here, you have provided multiple methods with the same name. Constructor demo, constructor demo, constructor demo, and with, so this method is only called constructor. So when you can provide multiple constructors with different signature, that is also called constructor overloading. If you are aware of overloading, this is also called constructor overloading. Okay. Now one more thing. Suppose if there is no default constructor, okay, if now I will erase this one to create extra space. Okay, what if you are calling, these are some trickiest questions which is asked in continuation of this question. If you are explaining whatever I have explained, then there might be some other questions, some tricky questions. I'm just explaining that. What if you are trying to call constructor demo cd equal to new constructor So here you are trying to call default constructor. Now you might be thinking that I have already explained you that default constructor will be there even though if you are not providing. But there is a concept that as soon as you introduce any constructor in the class, the default constructor will be gone. So you can see here there is no any constructor without any parameter in this class. So definitely this won't be found. So this is something similar like calling a method. When both constructors are not there, then this is allowed. Why? Because you have not introduced any constructor here. If these both constructors you are removing, by default the default constructor will be available. But as soon as you provide even single constructor, any constructor, the default constructor will be gone. So be aware of this kind of trickiest question. This may be raised. Okay. So there is one more interview question which is in continuation to this interview. Means this question. I won't be explaining that much, but just I will give you a hint and I will cover that question in the next video. Okay. So there is one more thing like what is constructor chaining? What is constructor chaining? Okay. So that is also a very common interview question. So constructor chaining, just I will explain you a little bit. I will explain you much more details in the next video. Constructor chaining is nothing but calling a constructor from itself. Means one constructor when calls another constructor. Like this constructor can call this constructor with the help of something called this. Okay. So this is just a hint which I will cover in my next video. So for the time being, I think I'm done with my this interview question answer. I hope you understood and you enjoyed watching this video. So please comment if you have any kind of doubt. If you want anything to be covered in my next videos, I will definitely cover if the question is very much genuine. Do comment in the comment section, as well as please subscribe and like my video. So for the time being, thank you very much for watching this. We will come with further interview questions in the next videos. Thank you very much.